Okay, good morning again. I think we're well ready to start, to begin. My name is Russ Southwell. I'm the CEO with the Black Business Initiative, and I'll be serving as your MC for today's activities. Over the past 3 years, the BBI, with support of the Department of Labor and Advanced Education, and in partnership with Nova Scotia Community College, have been delivering a program called Constructing the Future, doing our part in developing a skilled workforce and keeping skills here in Nova Scotia. I would also like to welcome everyone to the Workforce Strategy launch, and in particular to Advanced Precision, the host company, and we'd like to thank their team for hosting us here today. Advanced Precision is a Burnside manufacturer specializing in development of components related to defense, aerospace, and ocean sectors. The employer has leveraged programs from the workplace education funding to help them maximize the potential of their own workforce. This, while fostering an adaptive employer culture, is a key piece of the workforce strategy. And as such, Advanced Precision is an ideal employer with whom to partner and for the launch, and provides a setting of reflective innovation and forward thinking. So I want to thank the team of Advanced. I would also like to welcome those online for the simultaneous webcast that's ongoing now. And shortly, we will be featuring remarks by the Premier, Minister Moore, and Minister Paris. These will be interspersed with videos of various employees who have used this program. So, also, with the announcement and the event, it will feature the website launch. So without further ado, first we'll have the Honorable Premier Daryl Dexter, who will be followed by the Honorable Minister of Labor and Advanced Education, Minister Moore, and then on to the Honorable Minister of Economic and Rural Development and Tourism, Minister Paris. Welcome all.
Well, thank you very much, Russ. I'm glad to have you here. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining us for this announcement. It's good to see so many familiar faces. Special thanks to Chris Fitzpatrick and the owners of Advanced Precision and his team for welcoming us here today. For a number of reasons, Advanced Precision is the ideal setting to launch Nova Scotia's workforce strategy. It's a company that has taken advantage of workplace education, training, and incentives to help their employees to develop more skills and better skills. Theirs is exactly the kind of thinking all Nova Scotia employers should have. They understand that an investment in their people is an investment in the future. Almost a year ago today, I introduced the Jobs Here plan, Nova Scotia's economic plan. I outlined its 3 key priorities: growing the economy through innovation, helping businesses compete, and learning the right skills for a good job. I said then that a new workforce strategy would be part of the Jobs Here plan to help workers build new skills, adapt to new technologies, maximize their career opportunities, and learn about their employment options. And that's why we're here today. Quite simply, Nova Scotia faces a shrinking workforce, and the skills of many in our shrinking workforce are not or won't be sufficient to support higher value jobs. Nova Scotia needs to grow our economy. The province's demographic challenges, combined with changing labor needs, rapid changes in technology, have all highlighted our challenges. While these are not new trends, there has not been enough investment in workplace training in Nova Scotia to properly adapt. There is currently not enough alignment between our schools, training institutions, and industry, making it tough to make the right choice for a successful career. The Jobs Here workforce strategy I'm announcing today it addresses that by increasing the amount of training delivered in the workplace so that people can learn while they are still supporting their families, by establishing Career Nova Scotia, which will help young people and parents make better career choices, and by increasing the size of our workforce through tools like apprenticeship and immigration. We have taken the time to consult with many of you in this room here today in order to get it right. I'm pleased to announce that beyond the $120 million the province spends each year on the workforce, an additional $20 million in Jobs Here funding has been allocated to make this strategy a success. Through the key priorities I just mentioned, the province will provide skilled trades and apprenticeship enhancements, including more opportunities for women, African Nova Scotians, and Aboriginal peoples. More educational opportunities will be available through the Nova Scotia School for Adult Learning. Fast-track tools that recognize prior learning and foreign credentials will help more Nova Scotians get into the workforce sooner. Diversity in the workplace, competitive wages, women in non-traditional roles, and other groups typically underrepresented will distinguish successful enterprises in Nova Scotia's future. If we're going to change the character of our economy, and therefore our province's future, it means fundamental change in how government supports workforce development. Workforce development must encompass university education, professional accreditation, trade certification, management, and employer training. It requires collaboration and partnership among government, business, industry, unions, sector and trade associations, post-secondary institutions, and the active participation of all potential and current workers. Many of Nova Scotia's key industries have been challenged by global trends that I mentioned earlier. Businesses, individuals, and families have been under a great deal of pressure. You only need to look at the paper industry, where the province and its partners are working hard to define a sustainable path in a dramatically changed marketplace. But regardless of the industry, Nova Scotia needs to offer each potential worker a real opportunity to gain the skills, training, or learning opportunities they need. And we need to make every effort to connect training with jobs that will be available when those workers are ready. 35 days ago, Nova Scotia received news that changed the province's economic future. Irving Shipbuilding was the successful builder for $25 billion in contracts to produce Canada's fleet of combat ships. This, quite simply, is a game changer. The contract brings with it 30 years of good, sustainable jobs for thousands of Nova Scotians, and spin-off opportunities for many more of us not directly involved in building ships. Advanced Precision is a good example of a business hoping to benefit from the shipbuilding contracts. Their work as a manufacturer of oceans and defense technology components positions them as a potential key player for Irving Shipbuilding. As a part of the workforce strategy, Nova Scotia will invest in sector councils to strengthen sector-specific workforce development, such as shipbuilding, and provide new funding for post-secondary co-ops and internships. This strategy will connect people to shipbuilding and other high-value jobs by promoting the Careers Nova Scotia website, a virtual one-stop shop for skills, learning, and training opportunities available in Nova Scotia, and the vast network of Career Nova Scotia centers across the province. It will establish career planning supports in schools and career resource centers across the province so that Nova Scotians can prepare for what these huge contracts will bring. The unity of purpose that motivated the Ship Start Here partnership will now be evident in the months and years ahead as this strategy develops to ensure that Nova Scotians work together to earn our way on merit, to make sure that the future starts here. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you, Mr. Premier. This is indeed an important day for the future and prosperity of our province. Many of us here have heard the statistics, but they bear repeating. Over the next 10 years, our province's working-age population will decrease by 47,000 people. We are facing an unprecedented shift in our workforce, and it will take everyone, government, employers, industry, and individuals to meet this challenge. But along with these challenges comes the unprecedented opportunity that the Premier spoke to earlier. This new strategy represents the role that government will play in helping to position the province to capitalize on them, and the government is doing so on many fronts. The Premier highlighted the 3 priorities to strengthen our workforce, and we've been working across government to align and expand our programs to support this new strategy. Let me tell you what we've been doing specifically to address the challenge. Employers will need to invest in their workers to make sure they have the HR resources to be productive and the flexibility to compete in the global marketplace. The jobs of tomorrow will require a highly skilled workforce. We're doing that in a number of ways. We all know that there is a bright future in trades here in Nova Scotia, and apprenticeship remains a tried and tested way for individuals to learn a trade and develop the skills required for high-value jobs. As well, we need to have more diverse representation in apprenticeship. If we're to fill the strong future demand for tradespeople, we need to get better at attracting people from diverse backgrounds and encourage people from underrepresented groups, such as women, to explore a wide range of career options in the trades. People like Virginia King.
I want to work with my hands and build things, and sheet metal is one of the courses that was available for me to apply for, and it was local where I have kids I didn't want to uproot, so NSCC offered the course. I work for D&D and I do ship repair. We work very closely with the Navy and aboard their ships. It is definitely challenging, and you get to do different things every day. It's not the same thing. I love the people I work with. I love working with my hands. I love building things, seeing a finished product, starting from a flat piece of metal and working into something fantastic. Well, I have a teenage daughter, and her friends all think it's pretty cool what I do, and they're pretty interested in what I do, and they ask a lot of questions. And when I tell them they never really thought about that as an option for them. And in the next couple of years, they will be getting ready to go into the workforce. And hopefully I've encouraged some of them to go into the trades. The women are the ones who are not in the trades right now, and we need to get more of them in there to take over some of these jobs that are going to be required in the future.
Nova Scotia Community College has been on the forefront of encouraging more non-traditional tradespeople to participate in apprenticeships. If we are going to strengthen our skilled workforce, apprenticeship is going to play a key role. We are undertaking a comprehensive review of the system as part of the first phase of a $2.5 million investment through Jobs Here. In fact, public provincial consultations are set to begin within the next 3 weeks. The apprenticeship system in the province is working well, but we know that we must take the time to consult with people working in the trades to ensure that it continues to meet the needs of industry and our workforce. We're helping employers grow their business through investments under the Productivity Investment Program, PIP, and the Workplace Innovation and Productivity Skills Incentive, WIPSI, program. And to date, we have 76 approved productivity training products representing $1.4 million in funding commitment. An additional 22 applications are currently underway. We're also exploring ways to give employers even more opportunities to expand their businesses through this program. One of those workplaces is Allendale Electronics.
We're in Lockport, Nova Scotia. We assemble printed circuit boards. Most of my staff want to live here, and we discovered fairly early on that the best staff that we get are people that are here, they want to stay here, they want to work here, they just want a good job. So if we can help them achieve that, you know, they're very committed to the company. So we've done a lot of training. A lot of people didn't have experience in electronics. So we realized that we had to find a way to train them, to be able to get them to be able to work in the high-tech industry. We ended up going to some government programs such as workplace education. The government would come in and do some sharing of costs with the, you know, that would help pay for the instructor. We were able to develop skills that they were able to apply to supervisory or communication skills, and so it's been a big advantage for us to be able to develop that, and it makes the employees feel that it's not just a job, but it's a career for them. Oh, it certainly makes good economic sense for employees to be taking this training. It allows us to develop them as employees. They develop more skills that they can apply for the business. It's a win-win situation for both of us. I get more skilled employees, and they develop more interest in the job, I find.
Workplace education initiatives will continue to help workers increase their essential skills. We're investing $1 million into more training. Right now, we have 1,185 participants engaged in organizational needs assessments and workplace education programs. That's 185 people more than last year. And by the end of 2012, we're targeting 2,200 people to move into workplace education programs. We're building capacity to help more business access this training for their staff, from mobile computer labs in each region to better reach rural-based business, to increasing the number of instructors so we can offer more training, more of the time in more places. We're making workplace education more accessible through the Chambers of Commerce and regional development authorities across the province. And we're using a similar thinking to support the nonprofit sector. At the same time, we will be helping employers build their own HR capacity by adding to our suite of programs in areas of diversity and HR support. We're also investing $2 million towards HR sector councils. This funding will go to sector councils and other similar organizations to support industry-led HR development. We recognize the importance of getting the word out about our expanded Nova Scotia School for Adult Learning, or NSAL program. Offering 140 programs at 69 sites across the province, NSAL has provided thousands of Nova Scotians with their GED or adult high school diploma. And that, along with boosting literacy skills, is a piece so critical to allowing Nova Scotians move to the next step in their career path. But don't take it from me. I'll let Michelle Myra, an adult learner graduate, tell you herself.
Well, I left school in grade 7. It's always been a desire and a part of me to want to have a grade 12. Later on in life, having children, I didn't find that I was very successful in going out and finding a job that fit the schedule I needed, and realizing that without having a grade 12, I wasn't going to get very far in life. The whole experience of going back to school went from me being very afraid to feeling so confident in myself and what I was capable of doing. It opened up doors not just in my life, but in my children's lives as well. Having a grade 12 and being able to go into my course and finishing the addictions counseling course has definitely made a big change in my life. It is, financially, I am in a great position. I have a full benefit package where I'm at. Many doors opened. It provided me with the skills and the tools that I needed to make myself successful. For myself, I know I'll never stop learning. I've never wanted to stop. Before that, I didn't believe in myself. And now, there's no stopping me.
Many Nova Scotians may simply not know what is available to help them increase their skill level, to help them connect to the workforce. And we want to make it easier for people to connect to those training opportunities. We are building on the work already being done bringing together many of the services that are already offered and enhancing them at what will now be called Careers Nova Scotia centers across the provinces. These centers will blend the programs that are available with the latest labor market information to provide individuals with the knowledge to choose their career path and the support to help them progress along it. Part of this strategy includes getting the word out about our programs using all of the channels available to us, including online. In addition to the brick and mortar Careers Nova Scotia centers, we are pleased to announce the launch of a comprehensive website where individuals will be able to quickly access all of the information that will be available at the career centers. There will now be one location online which brings together programs from across government. This website makes it easier for Nova Scotians to connect with available skills, learning, and training opportunities. It houses all the government programs related to the workforce and marries this with the latest labor market information. All this and more can be found now at careers.novascotia.ca. And we're looking to take it even farther in the second phase of development, finding new ways to leverage online technology to make it even easier to find the right programs and information to meet each individual's unique needs. This work also includes collaborating with the federal government to tailor the job bank and expand it to support listing of internships, co-op opportunities, apprenticeship, and something very new and exciting, include volunteer opportunities, something that similar job sites don't do. We are also expanding our successful Parents as Career Coaches program through a $50,000 investment. We're aiming to increase uptake on the program, especially at the junior high level. And we will be looking to take this successful model and further tailor it to the Aboriginal and African Nova Scotian communities. In the high schools, we will be expanding career development focus by enhancing the career curriculum, creating physical locations for career planning, and with an additional $950,000 of Jobs Here investment, expand the O2 program and build an Opportunities Academy for junior high schools. Young people will play an important role in the future of our workforce, and this leads to the final priority on the strategy, growing our workforce in numbers and skills. If we are going to fill the vacancies we know we'll have, we need to grow our workforce in numbers and skills, partly by attracting new workers to Nova Scotia, and mostly by developing the talent we already have, so that every Nova Scotian can participate in tomorrow's workforce. This spring, we launched the province's immigration strategy to attract 7,200 newcomers a year to our province by 2020. Certainly, we are working with the federal government to increase our nominee caps, but so far, we're already meeting or surpassing our 500 per year nomination cap. We're doing a number of things to make it easier for immigrants to work and stay, and these initiatives directly support the goals of the workforce strategy. We've invested $4.9 million in settlement funding to encourage highly skilled immigrants to stay in Nova Scotia and help reduce their administrative burden. We continue to build useful online tools and revise our legislation to reflect our changing workforce. Looking forward, we plan to launch Nova Scotia Start, a pre- and post-arrival resource administered by ICES in partnership with the province. In addition to immigration, we are targeting specific groups here in Nova Scotia. Programs like Skills Up and Women Unlimited are helping groups that have been historically underrepresented find careers in the trades. We will be introducing a tool to recognize prior learning so that one's experience may be measured as equal to certain formal education or training. And this will help someone who may be underemployed, underrepresented, or in transition find a good job that matches the skills they've learned outside of formal institutions. Prior learning also has implications for labor mobility and recognizing credentials gained from other provinces. We are investing $1 million to develop a recognition of prior learning tool and working with the Public Service Commission to find ways to incorporate prior learning in government's own hiring practices. This is just a brief, or not so brief, overview, highlighting only a few of our programs supporting the workforce strategy. I invite all of you to read the strategy and visit careers.novascotia.ca. Through this initiative, we will help Nova Scotians find the opportunities that are out there for them right here at home. Thank you.
Premier Dexter, Minister Moore, Advanced Precision employees, ladies and gentlemen. I bring good news, I bring bad news, and I'm bringing positive news to you today. The good news is, I'm your third speaker, and I think I may be the last one. But don't get too excited, because the bad news is the Premier and the Minister didn't use all their time, so I'm going to use up their time. It's a pleasure to be here to bring positive news to Nova Scotia's workforce. As we've heard from Minister Moore, the workforce strategy will keep Nova Scotians in Nova Scotia. Keep Nova Scotians in Nova Scotia by ensuring they're prepared with the right skills to compete for good jobs. It will connect Nova Scotians with opportunities to build new skills and learning. It will maximize career opportunities and earning potential. Through the workforce strategy, we will attract new and skilled workers here to the province of Nova Scotia. These workers will include immigrants and underrepresented groups such as persons with disabilities, African Nova Scotians, First Nations individuals, income assistance recipients, and women in the trades. The workforce strategy is a key component of Jobs Here, the plan to grow our economy. Its actions and goals fit hand in glove with the Jobs Here priorities of helping people learn the right skills for good jobs, growing the economy through innovation, and helping businesses be more competitive globally. We've had many successes through Jobs Here. We have invested in hundreds of businesses through the Credit Union Loan Program, the Nova Scotia Business Development Program, and the Productivity Investment Program. Jobs Here has allowed us to establish a $24 million clean technology fund. It has helped us to develop a regional venture capital fund, which is currently in the startup phase. It has allowed us to invest $10 million in Nova Scotia's aerospace and defense companies and suppliers. It has allowed us to bolster support for high growth, high value sectors such as ocean technology and financial services. We're very proud. We're proud of the investments we've made in the past. Through the Nova Scotia Jobs Fund, we will continue to make similar investments in the years ahead. But I believe that a key part of our success with the Jobs Here plan has been the result of focusing on our strengths. We have supported living in Irving in winning the shipbuilding contract to build Canada's new combat vessel fleet. We've supported this initiative because shipbuilding is our strength. We're built to build. This alone will create 11,500 jobs in Nova Scotia during peak years, creating 30 years of stable work here in Nova Scotia. You know, this is an economic opportunity unlike any other we've seen in the province. It is an opportunity that comes with great career and job options for people throughout the entire province, in rural and urban Nova Scotia. What this means is that our youth now have a chance to stay at home, work at home, build a career at home, put down roots at home. What this means is that Nova Scotians who moved out west for better opportunities will now have more opportunities here at home. Now it's time for the whole province to step up and seize the opportunity that we've been given. We need a plan. We need a plan to maximize these opportunities, and that plan is the workforce strategy. The workforce strategy supports all sectors of jobs, throughout the province, including those jobs that will be created from the Irving Shipbuilding bid. This strategy will help people connect to opportunities in the industry by leveraging the highly skilled workforce that we already have, and by promoting necessary trades and skills to students across the province. With a focus on learning, the workforce strategy will help train young Nova Scotians entering the workforce. And for those already in the workforce, it will encourage new skill development. The workforce strategy will provide funding for employer training and business skill development to support productivity and innovation in the shipbuilding sector. It will also allow us to invest in new sector councils, in industry associations that will strengthen workforce development for specific sectors. And it will provide new funding for co-op positions and internships. The workforce strategy, together with newcareers.novascotia.com, helps to prepare and connect our workforce to the career opportunities that are available here in our province. As you know, there will be thousands of jobs that come from the Irving bid, thousands. And there are countless jobs waiting to be filled in supporting sectors. Let's not forget that. We need to build the skilled workforce for this great opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an exciting time for Nova Scotia, and it is the beginning of a brighter future for our province. You can change the past by changing your behavior in the present. Think about that. You can change the past by changing your behavior in the present. Since the present soon becomes your past, you also shape your future by the actions you take today. Thank you.
Thank you, Premier Dexter, Minister Moore, Minister Paris. I think we should actually congratulate the government in this step, because it not only shows a commitment to that diversity strength, but it shows a commitment to learning our workforce. So congratulations, Premier Dexter. And also, I think you're having a good few months with the Irving Shipyard, and then last night with the Sid, the kid coming back on shore. I'm giving Santa Claus would have a tough time to compete with that. I want to thank you all for coming out once again. And with this kind of excitement in the economy in Nova Scotia, I truly wish I was young again to take advantage of those strategies, despite my youthful appearance. Before you leave, there's some package of the new strategy in the back that you can pick up. You should take one along with you. And I want to thank everyone involved in this event for inviting me to participate. It was a nice surprise, and I'm very proud of what the Nova Scotian government has done today here. And congratulations, you all. Congratulations to Advanced Precision. Have a good day. Thank you.